Why, football gods? Why are you doing this to me? It was going so well. It was going so well. I mean, I understand you had to take McManus. Sacrifices need to be made, but why did you have to take Armstrong as well? Oh, why? And Zanetti. I know that £8 million is a lot of money, but I need him. Please. Please, for the love of you, will you let him stay? Please. Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome to Season 13, Episode 2 here at H&W Welders on The Impossible Dream. Our goal is to win the Champions League, and today we will get that Champions League campaign underway. We haven't had the draw yet. We'll get to that in just a second and see who we're playing. We're also going to be facing Coleraine in the league. But there are signs that Season 13 isn't going to be a lucky one for us, and there's so much to catch you up on. It is unbelievable. The first thing is Zanetti. He is still a welder. That is important to note. We had the chairman accept a bid from Aston Villa, of all teams, £8.75 million all in, and he rejected them. He rejected Aston Villa to stay with us. So thank you, Zanetti. That saved us a lot of heartache, but that could have gone very, very differently for us. And that is not the only bad news. You can see here he is injured. So we have actually not used him yet this season, but he is going to be back for the Champions League. But if we go and have a look at the medical center, we know that we lost McManus last episode to a broken ankle. That was heartbreaking. But almost, if not as heartbreaking, is Anthony Armstrong. Lower back stress fracture. He's out for another 2 or 3 weeks. He's already been out for 5. And, well, he is our team, isn't he? He's that number 10 that just does everything for us, and we're going to be without him for the start of the Champions League campaign, which is not great. And I mean, to be honest, it hasn't just been Anthony Armstrong and Zanetti injured either. McCracken was injured as well. He's had twisted knee. He'll be back shortly, but yeah, we had a lot of things going on and a lot of panic setting in in the manager, I can tell you. Now, we have made some transfers. The first one is one for this season on loan, Jeff Bayston, a goalkeeper, 18 years old from Leicester, when I thought we were going to be losing Zanetti, and of course it all happened deadline day, didn't it? Because why wouldn't it? I sort of was going into a mild state of panic, and so I just wanted to get somebody in. Affinity was going to be our number 1. We needed a decent backup, and this was as good as I could find. So he's come in, and thankfully, we won't, or hopefully anyway, we won't need him, but he's here anyway. And the other side, we made a permanent signing. And again, it's a goalkeeper, but it's R. Hammerstrom. We've signed him now. He's only 17, so he will be showing up. When does he get here? On the end of this season. So he will hopefully be a backup goalkeeper. So I'm hoping he'll be sort of the next Zanetti. He's a promising goalkeeper at the moment. Kind of like Zanetti, we get him in young, he develops, and then we can, go from there. But he's Rosenberg's first choice, it looks like, at the age of 17. The scouts really, really like him, which is good. And hopefully, yeah, like I say, he will come in and he will be a very good backup for us in the seasons to come. But like I say, we don't have him until next season anyway. And look at that, he's born on the 1st of February. We miss getting him in January by a day, which is frustrating, isn't it? So that is that. That's everything, more or less, that's happened off the field. It was just a hectic end to that transfer window. But I suppose the big news now is, as I just check my notes, that is everything. Let's have a look at this Champions League draw, shall we? So, Champions League group stage, here we go. We have been seeded 3rd. I was kind of doing like a quick count of who was in the Champions League and where we sort of ranked amongst them, and I thought we might just sneak in, and well, luckily enough, we have. So that is excellent news. Now, you may see here, if you can, the winners last year were Hertha Berlin, so a first-time winner there. So well done to them. That is why we see them in the top pool here, along with Paris, Bayern Munich, Inter, Benfica, Liverpool, Atletico Madrid, and Celtic. Now, I think it goes without too much debate that we would like to have Celtic as our number 1 seed again. We'd probably take Benfica, Inter at a stretch, but outside of that, I think there's some very good teams in there, isn't there? The second seeds, we have Man United, we have Arsenal, Barcelona, AS Monaco, Juventus, City, Real Madrid, and Dortmund. That is stronger, surely, than the top group. So, there is no good team. Monaco, I suppose, is the good team there, isn't it? This isn't real life where, you say Barcelona, look at those groups already. Arsenal, yeah, I mean, That's not pretty, is it? All right, this is our pool here. So in with us is RB Leipzig, AC Milan, Rangers, Porto, Napoli, Lyon, Real Sociedad, and ourselves. Well, I mean, if we're looking at, to get out of the group, we're going to have to beat one of these teams. And you'd only say Arsenal and Celtic or Benfica City. Would we fancy ourselves against Inter and Dortmund? Maybe we could do it. I mean, it's an absolute nightmare, isn't it? That second pool was a disaster. Lyon is got into Group 1. RB Leipzig. All right, this would be us. Would be nice. No, it's AC Milan. Can we get this one? No. So we're going to have a very tough group. Is it going to be... So it's Inter and Dortmund. So it's not the worst. You would say we could maybe take something off both of them just off of previous season's form. But obviously, two very big clubs there. And the fourth-seeded teams, we have Feyenoord, Zenit, Shakhtar, Club Brugge, Ajax, Besiktas, Dinamo Zagreb, and Sparta Prague. Now, of those, you'd back us against most of them, I think. We've smashed Ajax before. You'd imagine, therefore, we would be very competitive against Feyenoord. There's no big sort of Spanish or French, English, German, one of the big countries' teams that has not been in Europe before, so that is okay, but of course we are going to have to wait till the very end to see who we've got. But like I say, I'm relatively confident in being able to win, probably home and away against most of these teams. There's not a particularly one that you'd like. So is it going to be Shakhtar? It is going to be Dinamo Zagreb. So that is the group. Welders, Inter, Zagreb, and Dortmund. We will start today against Dortmund. So we'll get a good idea. We're at home, I believe, as well. So that'll give us, as I said, a good idea of exactly where we stand. It's a tough group, but we should, and I mean, obviously Zagreb can be a wonder kid factory, but we should be okay to get third in that group, I would have thought. But there is some games to catch you up on since last episode, of course. So let's go and do that now, starting with a game in the league against Ballymena United. Resnicek opened the scoring with his first Welders goal. McDade got our second, before Scully picked out McKay to make it 3-0 at half-time. Resnicek found an unmarked McKay for our fourth. Monahan's first Welders goal made it 5-0. And Scully pounced on a defensive lapse to complete the scoring. So a really, really good performance, this one. 40 shots, near enough on goal. An XG of almost 6. And yeah, really, really good performance. Resnicek did well in midfield for us, so that's a positive. And yeah, just generally speaking, a good performance, which is excellent. Next up, it was in the League Cup. It was Newington Youth, which I feel like we play every season now in some cup competition. Let's see how we did against them this time. Abbott crossed for McCracken to get the opener. Picasso made it 2-0. And Napoleon crossed for Nathan Lewis to seal the tie. So it was a comfortable win, this one. We gave the likes of Picasso a game, just trying to make sure he is 100% match sharp, ready to go in Europe for us. McCracken got what was not his first goal for us, but good to see him getting a goal. Napoleon played well in there. William McQuaid got a game. And yeah, it was a good performance, a comfortable win in the end, but yeah, always nice to see. Next up, it was back in the league against Portadown. Now, you may remember Portadown beat Linfield. Let's see how they could do against us, though. Brady gave us a first-minute lead, but Portadown were quickly level, and then took the lead, before McDade made it 2-2 at half-time. McKay put us in front in the second half, but Portadown came back to take a point. So we were really poor in this one. I thought it was kind of summed up. Abbott at the end there missing his header for their final equaliser. We had enough chances to win the game comfortably. We weren't taking chances, and yeah, they're not a bad side by any means. Let's not take too much away from them, but we were poor in this one, and that was disappointing. Next up, it was the beginning of our defense of the Caramel Wafer Cup. We had Edronians, or that team, Airdrie, in our first round. So let's see how we did against them. Brady played in Picasso to give us the lead. McQuaid crossed for Brady to make it 2-0. Before Dylan Lake scored a stunner. And Gary Turpie completed the scoring late on. So this game took place during an international break, so it was a much-changed side, but we were good. We were quite good in this one. Picasso, Brady, Lake, and Turpie with the goals. Sweeney got a game in midfield. He was the young Scottish guy we signed last season. 300 grand, I think we paid for him, but he hasn't really got much of a look in with us yet. Lutit got a game in the center of defense again, just getting him sharp for Europe. I think he could be an important player for us in Europe. But yeah, a good solid win, and we march on to the next round. The final game to catch you up on was against Donegal Celtic in the County Antrim Shield, the only domestic trophy we didn't win last year. Let's see if we get off to a good start this year. McQuaid played in Picasso to put us in front early. And then McQuaid picked out Scully for our second. Before a goal-bound scramble gave Scully his second of the game. But Donegal managed a consolation. So we just did enough in this game and nothing more, to be honest. Look at the shots. Absolutely smashed them. Picasso and Scully with the doubles. Well, Scully with a double anyway. They got one back a little bit luckily, perhaps. William McQuaid, I believe, got 3 assists in this one. But there was a historic moment in the game as Robinson came off the bench. And at the age of 15, a promising centre-back. This is a promising centre-back that came through our youth academy, so he's one of our own. And I think he is the first sort of media described as promising player that's come through. He became the youngest ever player, beat Turpie's record. And so, yeah, Johnny Robinson could be potentially a star of the future. Let's hope that he does live up to that promising centre-back tag. Now let's have a quick look at the competitions and see where that leaves us. We are top of the league, although Larne, having not dropped points like we did against Portadown with a game in hand, could take over. Looks like they got a game against Linfield to come, who are struggling. We can see the Champions League group there. We'll get that underway against Dortmund later this episode. In the Irish Cup, next up, it's Belfast Celtic. You'd like to think we could beat them. It's going to be Larne in the County Antrim Shield and either Greenock Morton or Forfar Athletic in the Tunnock's Wafer Cup. So that is where everything stands. But we are playing Coleraine first up here. They've had a decent start themselves, 7 points from their 4 games. Let's have a look and see what we're doing here. And, well, we can see we're expecting a 5-3-2 formation from them. And this is the team we're sending out. Obviously, we are favouring the game in Europe. So it's Finity in goal. Zayanetti still not quite back from his knock. So that's why he is not starting this one. Abbott, Potoknik, Lewis and Burian are in the defensive line. It's up Richard and Miss Kelly in midfield. It's Brady, Atwell and Lake with McDade up top. And, well, let's see what we can do. So, a familiar name in the opposition lineup, Curtis Coyle, who, of course, we released last season. He is going to start centre-back for them. Anthony O'Hare, I think we had for a season or 2 as well. But there we go. Ryan Rooney is their manager. Let's just get out there and play our game today, boys. And hopefully put on a good show and score some goals. And here we go. Yeah, things on the field have gone not too bad. Obviously, it's going to take a little bit of time for some of the new players to gel. But, yeah, generally speaking, I've been happy with how we've done. Resnashek can speak English now, so he's learnt that really quick. That's a cracking ball down the line there for Lake. He pulls it back, and McDade can't quite get a toenail on it. And that ends the highlight, does it? No, ball goes forward, and up Richard picks up a loose ball. Here we go again. Atwell. I don't think he's going to play in Europe at this point. I've been debating with myself the best way to approach Europe this season. And with no Armstrong, who do we play? And I think I'm going to give Napoleon first chance in there. The main reason, and I'm not convinced it's the right thing to do, but Napoleon is good from a free kick for us. Here we go with Atwell, and that is just over the bar. But obviously Atwell's a really good passer of the ball. But anyway, I've gone with Napoleon as the number 10. And we can always obviously bring Atwell on, or we can, if it doesn't quite work out against Dortmund, we can go from there. Potoknik with a header clear. But yeah, it's going to be, it's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how we go. I was tempted. Abbott is not looking particularly good as a left back. He is still, I'm hoping anyway, still settling in. Yeah, I was tempted after, we saw what we did in the Europa League last season, playing a little bit more advanced and attacking. So I'm torn whether we go like that in the Champions League or if we do like we did and sort of sit in the two defensive midfielders and, just try and keep games close. And I think I'm still leaning towards doing that initially to start games anyway, because if a game's close, we can always open up. If we've already opened up and McDade gets his third of the season, nice cross in from Jeffrey Atwell, and that is 1-0. Took a little bit of time in coming, but it got there eventually. Yeah, but if we open up too early and fall behind, then we're chasing the game, and it's going to be difficult for us to get back in there, I think. So I think initially, anyway, in the Champions League, we'll try and just keep things tight. The biggest issue I have, I suppose, is when we play at home, which I think we are against Dortmund first up, is do we at home try and get a result? But I'm thinking we're probably still not quite at a level where we would expect to beat Dortmund at home. I mean, we may never get to that level, to be fair, but you know what I mean? Like, we still have a very young squad. Give it a season or two once they've had a chance, they've gelled, they've developed a little bit, then I think maybe we could justifiably say that we can expect to go toe-for-toe, and that is just over from McDade. Go toe-for-toe with teams, especially at home, and maybe get something. But I think he's outside the box. Oh, he's given a penalty. There is no VAR, of course, is there? And it's Curtis Coyle, once a welder, always a welder. McDade steps up to take the penalty. Scored one, missed one so far this season, I believe. What's he going to do this time? He's missed another one. Oh, McDade. We could really have used that second goal too, couldn't we? And we've got a corner. Abbott to take. Drifts it in. It's a decent header from Lewis, but it's just over the bar. And I wonder if we give them a focus here. Abbott only playing a 6-5. I will give him time to gel, and I mean, attribute-wise, he looks absolutely fine, but he hasn't hit the ground running yet, that's for sure. Ball down the line there for Lake. Lake can't beat his man. Keeps possession, though. Up Richard. I think he's captain on the day here as well. He's done well to keep possession. Atwell. Back to Abbott. Nice ball there for Lake, and Lake can't find the back of the net. We need to give this a focus. But we have given it a focus. It's a little bit like the first game of the season, this one, isn't it? We should be doing a little bit better than we are here. So let's get McCracken on for Brady, who's having a not great day. But he needs to be an inverted winger, of course. Who else isn't doing a good job for us? Up Richard. I want to keep everybody else more or less fresh for Europe, to be honest. So let's maybe just leave that. Will it demand more? We've got to stop trying to sneak games 1-0 in at home, guys, in the league. Come on. Burian with a throw. Can we wrap this game up? It's hacked clear. And this is trouble. Potoknik's got a free man completely over there. Can Finity save us? He can. All right, we just might need to try and take a point here, I think. Finity claims that well. And where does this highlight go? Nowhere. Perfect. So they've gone very attacking there with a 3-4-3. So what we might do is bring Timmy Vogler on for... I mean, Atwell's playing well. I don't really want to take him off. So let's take off Miss Kelly instead. Stick Vogler back in the fence there for us. And, yeah. We might go full close. Which is a little bit embarrassing, actually. But I don't obviously want to throw this away late on, so we'll go and do that. And yeah, I'm thinking my team talks in the league are not quite finding the spot just yet. Up Richard over a free kick. Can we wrap it up late on here? We can. It's Dylan Lake. It's a fourth of the season for him, and with 5 seconds to play, we can finally breathe comfortably. So 2-0 at home against Coleraine. Yes, they've had a decent start, but we should be doing a little bit better than this. And there was 3 from there. Lake, Lewis, and Atwell were all arguing over who was going to put that in. And in the end, it was Dylan Lake. And we're comfortably onside behind the wall there, so that's absolutely fine. So there it is, 2-0 on the night. And we'll take it. 3 points is all we need to do. We just need to keep getting the results. Bit of a let off there, boys, but on we go. We can see the other results there. Larne have lost at Dungannon. So that is a huge result for us. So Zanetti's back to full fitness. Yeah, we may have been disappointing, but at least we didn't lose. And it's Greenock Morton in the next round of the Caramel Wafer Cup. 69 unbeaten, significant number for some. But guys, wait right there. We'll be back to take on Dortmund even as we start our Champions League group stage campaign. Okay, welcome back. We're about to get our Champions League campaign underway. And unfortunately, the under-18s have, well, narrowly failed. 2-1, they lost to Dortmund. That's not a bad effort. Dortmund usually are a very strong academy. We dropped a couple of the sort of first teamers, or in this case, a good reserve player down just for the experience as much as anything else. But 2-1, narrow defeat. Let's tell you what, we'd probably almost take a 2-1 defeat, wouldn't we? But let's have a look at what we're doing here. We're against a 4-2-3-1 formation, and this is the team that we're sending out. Zanetti in goal. It's Ellis, Kidd, Martin, and Hill. Lutit is going to sit in there for us. That's kind of what I wanted him to do when I saw him on loan. So let's hope he does a good job. Resnicek, we're still teaching him to play in midfield. I don't want to throw another spanner in the works by trying to teach him to play a defensive midfielder as well. So he's going to play a little bit further forward. Scully, Napoleon, and McKay with Picasso up top. Let's see what we can do. All right, so we can see the team sheets there. Jude Bellingham is still there, so he's had a long career at Dortmund, hasn't he? 13 seasons later. I don't recognize too many other names there. Antonio Conte is their manager. What do you want to say here? Well, as always, I think we're the underdogs. There's no pressure on you here, boys. Just go out there and enjoy the experience and see if we can get Winter Park rocking. All right, and here we go. Exciting, isn't it, getting the Champions League back underway? It looks like a sellout. Now, I'm assuming that's a lot of Dortmund fans. Certainly a lot of German flags amongst those people, isn't there? And you can see the Welders side. Not quite as well packed in there, are they? Which is a shame, but anyway. I should say, too, if you do want to, I try on the Discord. Anyway, link to the Discord in the description. I post a lot of the stuff that goes on between episodes. So if you're not already on the Discord, go and join in, and you can kind of see the drama that happened transfer deadline day, for example. That kind of stuff I always post on the Discord. So, yeah, it's there if you guys are interested and you're not already part of that. But here we go with Ellis coming forward. It looks as though it might be a highlight for us. Lutit to Ellis. Resnicek. McKay. Come on, mate. What's he got for us? We know he's a spark. Is he going to spark us into action here? He's gone a long way and just didn't quite have the shot at the end of it. But promising signs there. There is a little bit of space for us through the middle. Scully's picked up a knock. That's not ideal. What sort of a knock is it? He wants to come off. It's a pulled groin, so that's not going to get any better, is it? So Brady, who was disappointing against Coleraine, let's hope he can step his game up on the big stage. Let's give them some more encouragement. First game of the group stage, I think we would 100% accept the draw here. It's almost one of these. We've got a free kick to defend, and we still cannot defend a free kick in Europe. Same, different season, same shit. Oh, come on, guys. I don't know what else to do. Maybe I did take out one of the guys that was sort of marking zonally, and put them onto man marking, so there should be 4 of them there, but it still didn't look like we were quite marking up properly, and we did work on defending set pieces coming into this one as well, and again, it's a set piece that ruins our day. We're 1-0 down at half-time. I could get on board with unlucky, to be honest. I don't think we've been that bad there. What we will do, though, is players who aren't playing particularly well, let's highlight them all. We'd like to see a little bit more. Scully's gone off, so we'll let him go. Not happy with you guys tonight. And everybody else, we will fist pump and say we have faith in you. And hopefully we can do a little bit better here. I am wondering if we take Napoleon off, although he's not playing too badly. Picasso's not been in the game. I'm wondering if we put somebody else next to Resnicek in midfield, so to take the number 10 out and use Picasso as a deep lying forward and kind of drop him into this hole here and see if that might give us a way forward. Because other than that sort of run and shot from McKay, we haven't really seen too much. Jude Bellingham gets forward. He has a go. And ambitious, I think, best describes that, doesn't it? Again, we've looked relatively tight at the back, haven't we? I say that, and of course now we're about to concede a goal, but Resnicek, can he get to that? Not quite. Put a bit of pressure on here, boys. Come on. Brady is there. Ball over the top. It's knocked down. Hill, who did well for us in the Champions League group stage last year, which is why we've picked him today. McKay doesn't quite get to it. They've shuffled it around and it's gone just wide. And we do need to change something here, don't we? Because we haven't threatened them. So we'll do that. We'll drop Napoleon back in. We'll put him on attack. And we'll use you as a deep layup. Maybe on support. Try and get his teammates involved. He's only playing a 6.2. So he's not been involved. He's not had a good day. Let's maybe give it a focus. And let's see if that can help us out at all. All right, Resnicek not having a good game. Off you come, mate. Let's get Atwell on for you. And it's not working for Picasso, is it? What do we do? Let me think. Okay, we're already losing, so in a sense we have nothing to lose. So we're going to bring Miss Kelly on for Lutit. We're going to go play like we play in the league and see what that brings us. 20 minutes to play here. Let's give them some encouragement. And yeah, just see if we can get something late on here. It's so infuriating, isn't it? A set piece. And if they score off a second goal from a set piece, I just might throw a tantrum. Zayanetti, watch your near post, mate. I don't know what to do. We don't concede from open play, do we, really? They haven't threatened us from open play, and I mean, that's a good free kick. You could argue there should be maybe another man in the wall there. Let's try berating, see if that fires them up. Can we get something late on here? It is away. You wonder how much of a difference, if at all, Armstrong would have made. And McKay's got himself sent off, and he's going to miss the next one. And it's all gone a little bit wrong, hasn't it? Well, there we go. 2 set pieces. They haven't really... I don't know what to say to that. They're all looking anxious. I mean, he gave it everything, boys, I suppose. So, Inter have beaten Zagreb, which, I mean, I suppose realistically we're trying to get top, I should say third in the group anyway. And if we were going to threaten to get out of the group, we really did have to beat Dortmund at home, didn't we? So, in a way, that's not a bad result for us in the other game anyway. Scully's out with a pulled groin. McKay's banned for the next game, which is, of course, against Dinamo Zagreb away. The one game we really did want him for. Hopefully, Lake will perform for us. But, guys, that will do it for today. If you have enjoyed that, make sure you hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. If you have any ideas what we can do, you know what? Let's show you. Let's show you how we set up for a set piece. So this is the way we set up for a set piece, indirect from a wide area. I change it so we have two guys there marking zonally, 4, basically our back 4 marking up with for a man, 2 in the wall. I wonder if we want to actually go a third man in the wall. Yeah, do we just not mark zonally maybe, or do we just maybe have Resnicek and his jumping reach of 17 at the near post, or maybe put him in the middle? I don't know. If you guys are any better at defending set pieces than I am, please let me know what we're doing wrong, because it's becoming a very, very frustrating problem. Anyway, guys, until next time, I've been Aussie Bill. Like and subscribe. We'll be back now. I should tell you what we're coming back for, shouldn't I? It's Linfield and Zagreb, 2 big games away from home, and I can't believe we've set pieces again. Take care.